Hello all. Alright, what I want to do today was just go back. If you haven't seen the April 19th video, 2014, I need you to go back and watch that one so that this one makes sense. This is a continuation of the food supply video. What I wanted to show you today was just the things I wasn't able to show you last time. Let's go over the board. I'll show you what I mean. Dire food shortages are what is being predicted by the year 2050. But really, by that time, food shortages would have hit many parts of the world and started lots and lots of conflicts over resources and land. There's three big reasons why we're going to have food shortages by 2050. Not enough land, a growing population to 9 billion, and climate change. All those are going to cause absolute hell. But there's another one that I haven't put on here yet. Let's take a glance at the thing. Okay, what do we mean by fossil fuels? I mean oil, of course. There's only basically two types of fossil fuels that will power any kind of transportation system. One is oil and the other one is natural gas. Some say you can do it with hydrogen or helium, but that technology doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere. So we're stuck with those two. Both are depleting. Oil, as we know, is now depleting at 1 to 3% per year, predicted by the big oil companies to decrease by 7%, which is catastrophic. Why is that? Well, because all of our farming is fossil fuel intensive. Without fossil fuel, you cannot farm the way they do right now. The fruits and vegetables are hybridized and now genetically altered, and they have to have large amounts of artificial fertilizer to even grow. They can't just grow in the ground and not fertilize it, they'd all die. So an immense amount of fertilizer is required to grow the crops. You need a lot of fuel to transport the crops, especially when they're going across the ocean from China to the US and the UK. So you know, those are all coming. All these depletion of oil, food shortages, clean water shortages, and climate change are all coming down on us at the same time. The requirements for humans to change are drastic. They're absolutely immense. We'd have to change our lifestyles slightly and learn to be very efficient. Most of our electronics would have to become so much more efficient than they are now, that they could only consume 7 watts per day. That's about what a LED light bulb consumes. There's a lot of big changes, but here's a couple of ideas that will help humans get out of this predicament. Let me show you. Let's go back to the board. Okay, one of the ways you can do that is a really easy way. The city is full of high-rise buildings, and if we upgraded all of our buildings, this is what we would do. You'd have solar panels on the roofs. You would have greenhouses in the front of the building, the south side of the building. The greenhouses would look something like this. And the plants would grow like this. The building that the people are living in would be the ones that would be eating these fruits and vegetables grown indoors and on the south side of their buildings. Okay, if you need power, there's a real interesting way of doing it. You can build artificial dams in the sky, like we already have, these giant tubs that are in the sky in the cities down here. Not only would you have solar panels on all the roofs in the city, but you'd also have these giant tanks. And the way these work is that these hold water. Solar energy during the daytime would pump the water up like this until these water towers are all filled with water. Then at night the water would be drained down into a generating system where the water would be used as a generator, and then it would flow into a reservoir. Then when the sun comes back up, the process reverses and it takes this water back up into this reservoir. Using this for the nighttime or the cloudy days, this is about a 24-day capacity, let's say. So this water would take 24 days to drain the whole thing, using this as an emergency electrical supply along with the solar generation. And then once the water is depleted, the solar generation would help put water back up into it over here from the reservoir. I wanted to thank the commenters and the +1s and 2s on the last video. And let me show you a comment that was put on there. We're switching to the blue pen because the black one is given out. Michael mentioned that in 1940 it took 1 calorie to produce 1 calorie of green food, vegetable and fruits and vegetables. Now it takes 10 calories to make 1 calorie of green vegetables and fruits. Thank you for showing that to us. Let me show you one more comment. And Russell Schutz gave us this global warming video on the last video. So you can go back and see that. That was good. And I appreciate all the comments and things left on the, makes it more of a community. So this will probably be the last video for about a week because I have to go have some of those horrible tests done. So it's going to take a couple days to get ready for it and then a couple days to recover from it. So we'll be seeing you next week sometime. So until then, see you later.